back to the 5th episode of the Football9 Show, where I, Faiz, along with Nilohit and Upmanyu, will be talking about the daily updates in football. Coming to the biggest thing that is there that on our horizon, the UEFA Euro 2024 final, which is going to be played between Spain and England. What do you guys think? Did you see this final coming when the tournament started?
Honestly, no, I didn't.
You didn't expect either of the teams to reach, right?
Yeah.
I expected England in a way because they have done it before under Southgate.
In that context,
they have done it before. Somehow or the other, they pulled it off, right?
Yeah.
But Spain.
But do you really think this time it was?
No, but like I meant
that England are going to reach that stage and they're going to perform this well.
See, like when the tournament started, they were the favorites, right?
Yeah,
one of the favorites.
Yeah.
So one of the favorites is the final. So what is the unpredictability here? Right?
I honestly thought the final is probably going to be somewhere like Germany versus Spain, France.
Germany.
Yeah, I thought
before the tournament started.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, interesting.
Because the home support was there and everything. Right. I thought maybe it would be a Germany versus France final. And turns out neither of them reached.
Yeah. What about you?
Turns out both the teams were defeated by Spain. Spain really had a vendetta against me. Huh?
Yeah.
Sure.
What about you?
Well, it's pretty much the same. I would say earlier I thought it is going to be between Netherlands, Germany.
Netherlands?
Netherlands, Germany or France.
Why Netherlands?
You should have said that on the first episode. We would have gone viral.
Why Netherlands?
Netherlands because I don't know. I haven't seen them play for a while now.
Okay. Gut feeling. That's how the gut feeling. You can't explain a gut feeling.
Yeah, you really can't.
Yeah.
And look, I have judged them on the basis of their previous
and see,
results.
your
Previous
gut feeling was nearly right because they nearly pulled it off, right?
Exactly.
They nearly did.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah. So.
Okay, तो again इसको cut करके वो करेंगे.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so talking about the path to the finals.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Spain versus France game? How did that game go? Was it up to what you expected, or?
I expected Spain to win.
Yeah.
And
I mean, of course, all of us expected Spain.
Yeah. I mean.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
I would still say that it wasn't that difficult for them to beat France.
Actually, to the contrary, I would say that was probably France's best performance throughout.
True.
It was still not enough.
Of course, it wasn't enough. It was never going to be enough.
It was nowhere close to the France we know and we have seen.
See, there's a reason. Here, I will make a point.
Yeah.
France, the midfield of France misses a player like Paul Pogba.
Right.
You know, in an interview, Kylian Mbappe said that, like, in the press conference, a guy asked, why aren't you making any more runs like before?
Yeah.
So he said that I don't have a Paul Pogba to provide me the perfect balls up front.
Yeah.
So I have to drop deep. I have to help in the playmaking.
Yeah.
Then I have to try to score.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work for Kylian Mbappe. He doesn't work like that.
Yeah, he doesn't have that sort of a support
exactly.
from midfield.
His pace is his most important trait.
And
right?
you know who could have done that but was absolutely shit throughout the tournament?
Griezmann.
Adrian Rabiot.
Oh, I was expecting Griezmann. Come on.
Yeah, I mean...
Adrian Rabiot.
And, okay, so I found out something very recently that they had Zaire Emery in the squad.
Yeah.
And from what I know, Paul Pogba and Zaire Emery, they have similar
Pretty
profile.
similar, yeah.
And he played 0 minutes.
Yeah,
0 minutes.
I was waiting for when he... Because I'd heard a lot about Zaire Emery throughout in the build-up to the tournament.
Live, of course.
I wanted to watch him get some minutes under France. I was baffled that he, like, for a player who has so much of potential, who's been creating
and he had a great season with PSG.
Exactly.
Yeah. His breakthrough, probably.
Yeah, it was his breakthrough season.
I would call that a breakthrough.
And like to get 0 minutes at such a grand scale.
And even though there were talks, even though it was very much visible that 3 defensive midfielders, even with Kamavinga. Yeah, I understand. Kamavinga is great attackingly, but not that much because he's a defensive.
Exactly.
He's defensive minded, right? But when you put Adrian Rabiot, I don't know.
You expect more.
Why do you put Adrian Rabiot?
You cannot. He's not. He's washed.
Exactly.
He's completely washed.
Thank you.
He's completely washed.
Yes.
I would like to disagree here because he had a decent season with Juve.
Okay.
Like that's
he played well.
But that
he
is
played
his
well.
peak. That has always been his
Yeah.
peak. He's only
I
been
agree,
having decent seasons.
I agree.
I mean,
But-
previously when he was just rising, right, he was extremely good.
Yeah,
right.
he was that
Then,
attacking
yeah.
flair player.
And then after that, for 5 seasons,
Yeah.
he has been the consistent Darren Fletcher type of kind of player.
exactly.
You know?
Yes. Yes.
Average
Agree.
6 to 7
Yes.
every match. But that doesn't work in such a big stage.
Yeah,
And against a
especially-
team like
Agree.
Spain,
Especially when you're playing alongside Kante
yeah.
and who was the third midfielder?
Chouameni.
Yeah.
Chouameni.
Who both again a little defensive minded.
Yeah.
So you can't be a creative force without creating anything.
Yeah. And I feel Deschamps thought that Griezmann would actually have that role.
Yeah.
Not Rabiot, but Griezmann didn't work out.
Exactly.
So he tried Rabiot. And to be honest, if he didn't work out, I would have liked Zaramir to get a
Same.
chance. Who knows what might have happened,
Yeah.
right? So,
Should have given that.
yeah.
that
So,
credit.
like the France's downfall in this tournament,
Yeah.
to be honest, like 80% of it is on Deschamps,
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
you know?
And he's yet been named in charge till the 2026 World Cup.
No Zidane.
No Zidane.
No Zidane.
Still no Zidane.
Yeah, it's okay, man.
It's okay.
But one
We've
thing,
been hearing this from
Yeah,
the very
exactly.
first episode of.
I'm saying the one thing
Football
I liked about, actually didn't like, but to note about France was they finally managed to score
Yeah.
from open play. That is one good thing. And B, I now finally can correlate Randall Kolo Muani with a goal. Otherwise, I've only seen him miss chances.
Yeah. And that was a good header.
That was a good
Yeah.
header. It was
Yeah.
a brilliant cross.
Yeah.
Not that
Kylian
cross.
Mbappe. Wonderful.
Mbappe without the mask was actually
Yeah.
looking like Mbappe.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot
There were
of
no
talks.
excuses after
Yeah.
all.
There were a lot of talks, right? Like Mbappe with that marks. Maybe
Yeah.
marks is the problem because
Yeah.
there are a lot of issues.
Yeah,
It's- you
that's-
feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
You cannot
it's
see
new.
properly.
Yeah.
Right. Now without the mask, I saw glimpses
Exactly.
of the real Mbappe. You know,
Yeah. True. The real Mbappe.
the real Mbappe.
Okay, so now that the Spain game was happening, Spain were the ones that went behind. I think it was one of those rare moments that Spain were behind, and it didn't look like the Spain that we've seen throughout the tournament in those few minutes.
Yeah, but
Till a
then,
moment of magic.
but I will also say
Yeah.
they were not bothered by.
Yeah, they were never bothered.
They were
Exactly,
never
they were
It
never
was
bothered.
not like their hopes were
Yeah.
shattered or something.
Yeah.
They knew it was coming.
Yeah, they knew that they're behind, but they were playing exactly
The
like
confidence
Yeah.
factor is there
exactly.
Yeah.
in the Spanish squad.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Of course.
And I guess that's one of the major reasons why they have come so far in this
Yeah.
tournament, you know?
Totally.
And I think that also comes down from the fact that De La Fuente has been coaching this particular batch of players, not
True.
just with the national team, but three.
Yeah, in the under
even before
21 as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They were there at the youth levels as well. So he's
he
had,
had-
that confidence.
Yeah.
He has that confidence in those players, which is why they know that they can do it.
And his star players are
Yeah.
used to the De La Fuente system.
Exactly.
Like Yamal. Take Nico Williams.
Yeah.
They're used to this.
Exactly. And the guy who scored the winner against Germany,
Mikel
Mikel
Merino.
Merino.
Mikel
Yeah.
Merino
He
as
won
well,
the
yeah.
under 21s Euros with De La Fuente
Yeah.
as well. So again, I want to come back to that moment of magic that we
My
saw in the
God.
Spain game.
Yamal.
What a goal!
What a player.
I have no
What a
words
player.
for it, to be
Exactly.
honest. What the hell was that? Like,
And you know the cherry on top moment for that, at least for me. So you guys have seen that interview where Rabiot was sort of criticizing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then Yamal.
He has to do more.
Looked
Exactly.
straight at the camera and he was like, now.
Yeah, and the person he sent spinning around to get that goal was Rabiot.
Yeah.
Rabiot was the one who couldn't do more to stop that goal from going in.
The funniest thing is that Yamal looked at the camera
Yeah.
and he was like, speak now, speak now.
Yeah. You know,
Rabiot, you couldn't play properly,
Yeah.
and a 16-year-old just took everything away from
Yeah.
him.
Turns out you couldn't even trash talk properly.
16-year-old coming to that.
Uh-huh.
He's yet to play the under 21 campaign for Spain.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Probably he'll never play.
Under 19. He's not even played the under 19.
Yeah,
Damn,
I don't
yeah.
think he's gonna play ever.
He's 6 years younger to me.
Yeah. Let's not go there.
Yeah, I mean.
Like especially without him.
But coming to Yamal,
Yeah.
I understand that he's very talented,
Yeah.
and to be honest, he has the potential to be the best. Not one of the best, the best.
Yeah.
But again, I want to come back to what happens next?
Yeah.
FC Barcelona. Now, Barcelona has produced a lot of good players, right? In previously, like I can say one name, Ansu Fati. But what happened? Even Pedri, to be honest. But again, I would also like to suggest Pedri.
Yeah.
Pedri was supposed to be one of the best.
Yeah.
I will still say he's a very good midfielder,
True.
but has this potential. Like, he had a lot of potential.
It has
but
dropped a little.
Right. So, why? I want to come back to the point that Barcelona doesn't handle these talents pretty well, you know?
Yeah. And
There
that has
was-
happened off late.
Yeah,
It didn't used to be like this, say, 10 years back.
exactly, right. And it is because they play them so much. These young players, they need rest as well. You need to nurture them.
But the
Pedri
I-
played 73 games.
Exactly. Why
before
would
the
you do
last
that?
few,
Yeah.
like at the
He
last
played every game, even in Olympics.
Yeah, so like when it comes to Barcelona, there is like some reason down there. I feel it's because
Yeah.
they're not being allowed to sign a lot of players. They're in crushing debt,
Yeah.
so they need to turn to these youngsters.
Yeah, but
They
use
don't
them.
really have that many options rather than to play these youngsters.
But
And
I feel
because they're at that level where they can produce performances for a club with the stature of Barcelona, I think they're sort of backed into a wall right now.
But then again,
I
would
agree with
still
you
say-
that this hampers the players.
Yeah, utilize them properly because I really want to see. I
Yeah.
know he's from Barcelona, but I really want to see Lamine Yamal to become the best player in the world
Exactly,
because he deserves it. And I don't want to see this talent get wasted. You know,
I agree with
that's what I want.
I mean, when Barcelona had Luis Enrique,
Hmm.
we all know what he did for the club.
Yeah.
And he was good with youngsters, he was good with everyone.
I would say Xavi
ever
was
since
good
he
with
left
youngsters
Xavi,
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Xavi.
Yeah.
Like,
But
Vitor
ever
Roque would
since,
disagree.
yeah. Ever since Luis Enrique left this club,
Yeah.
it has been shambolic
True.
for them. I mean, with youngsters, you are expecting these kind of performances, and you are expecting them to play each and every game.
Yeah.
It's not how it goes.
No,
You need to make good signings.
And before we move on, I also like to suggest that La Liga doesn't protect players
Yeah.
like Premier League and
Premier
other
League,
leagues
exactly.
too, right? We don't have proper technology over there,
Yeah.
and the referees are mostly biased.
Yeah.
I feel it's just my opinion, but I feel like referees are very biased.
Yeah, they are.
So
Yeah.
players are not protected enough. So that's also the reason why, as a Real Madrid fan, I can say we face so many injuries in our club, and it happens constantly with other clubs as well. Not just now. That's what I'm saying. Not just Real Madrid. It happens
Yeah.
with other clubs as well. Even Barcelona, right? So this is also a reason that such players can never find their potential to reach the top in La Liga.
Yeah.
Totally.
So we will see what happens. To be honest.
I hope nothing bad happens.
Yeah.
Because what a phenomenal talent Yamal has turned out.
And I want
Need more.
And I want
talent,
an
sir.
exceptional performance from him in the final as well.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
I hope.
It would cap
I
off
hope.
his
Finish
tournament
Yeah.
brilliantly.
Yeah.
Fingers
I
crossed.
swear.
Finish his
Fingers
story.
crossed.
Finish his story.
I agree. Like more than that, please stop Southgate from winning. Please.
Yeah.
Fingers
Above all.
crossed for that.
Above all.
Okay, so now that I just spoke about Southgate, England squeaked into yet another final at the very last minute.
He always does this.
I don't know how.
Some way or the other. How? I never understand
I
this.
don't know. That is his genius, I would say.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you what. Round of 16,
Yeah.
it was the penalty
Last-
shootout.
no,
I guess. No.
last
It was
minute
in the
winner by-
yeah,
last
last minute
minute
winner,
equalizer by
last minute
Jude
equalizer
Bellingham.
that saved him.
Yeah.
And then Harry Kane scored early in the extra time.
Yeah.
Quarterfinals, penalties saved him.
Yeah.
And then semis, of course.
Only
A
one can
controversial
say
decision.
That too.
A controversial decision.
That too. Yes.
Controversial.
I would put
decision.
more focus on that.
Yeah. Same.
So
I
what
would too.
what are your thoughts on that?
So
handball?
coming to that,
Yeah, coming
the
to that.
controversial decision that we're talking about was, of course, the penalty given to England, which was scored by Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Again, I'll start with you first. What do you think?
100% no penalty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Why?
be straightforward here, because there are two things. First of all, Harry Kane is literally kicking him. He kicked Dumfries.
In a-
I saw Harry Kane
Yeah.
kick the ball.
I
He
mean,
did. He did.
he means- he means the follow.
He did kick the ball, but
Who was kicking the ball? Harry Kane or the Netherlands defender?
it was Harry Kane, of course. Harry Kane kicked the ball, but the follow through went
And hit Dumfries.
and
yeah.
hit Dumfries. Come on, man. It's
Yeah.
not a penalty.
Yeah, I agree with him.
And
it wasn't
second,
a penalty.
yeah. And
I would like
second,
to. Okay, yeah.
it is just. I don't know. The ref was.
Well, if you
it
do
was,
not know
it
about
was
the
a bit
referee
controversial, I would say.
Felix
I mean-
Vieira.
history, let's just say he has a
He
history.
has a history.
Okay.
Check out our News 9 live. You'll figure out what we're talking about. Head
Yeah.
out to the website.
But coming to that penalty, I feel like, okay, throughout the tournament, let's say from this perspective, throughout the tournament, we have seen some harsh decisions. Let's go back to Belgium.
Yeah.
Romelu Lukaku's goal. Openda,
Jim.
sorry, but yeah. Do you guys remember Openda's handball? That ultra edge
Yeah.
put it
Yeah,
off, put the Lukaku's goal off, right? Now, Openda was just trying
You
to.
call him Lukaku?
Lukaku. I said Lukaku. But my point is that Openda's handball was not intentional.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it still put off that goal.
No, but then that is fine because the rules changed. I think 2 seasons back.
Exactly my point. Now the thing is that rules are more harsh right now. Right.
So-
now if we consider that penalty, right? What does the rule say? That if you do not have the ball and the opponent's leg touch your foot in the penalty box, it's a penalty.
When the game is in play. Harry Kane had already completed his shot.
Yeah,
the
the
ball
shot-
had
The
gone
shot went
above
way over
Exactly,
the
see.
over the
So,
crossbar.
like Dumfries did not touch him till the time Kane was the ball was with Kane. The time he was taking that shot.
Doesn't it
the
make
game-
worse that ball wasn't there?
No,
but
see, you can clearly
it
see
went out of
Dumfries
the
was
play.
going to clear the ball as well. The ball had gone out of play. That is when it was Kane's follow through that hit Dumfries'
Exactly.
leg. There was, and people who were saying that it was given for a high boot or something. It wasn't a
It
high
Yeah,
boot.
it wasn't high boot. I will say
So-
that it wasn't high boot.
So-
Yeah.
Wasn't a high
It was at that same length. At that same height. The ball had already crossed the bar, which is when the ball is out of play, and that's when Kane just fell down and then made it more out. Made
And
more out.
honestly,
And fair
I-
play to him for that. Every player does it.
Yeah.
But bad.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot
I
say
don't
about
know what was he
Harry Kane
seeing?
reaction, to
Yeah,
be honest. That
reaction
was.
way over the top.
I mean, I felt like I was
He
looking
knew
at Neymar.
Yeah, no, the best reaction since Immobile's antics at the previous Euro tournament.
Again.
Yeah,
But I will
Against
still say.
Belgium.
yeah, against Belgium, yes.
Yeah.
See, we managed to find a way
Yeah.
to roast Ukman.
Yeah. But, like, from your perspective,
I
and
wish
fro-
it was 2018, man.
they were still shit in 2008.
Yeah, they finished third in the world.
Yeah.
Did they win? Did they win? No.
But that
End
way,
of story.
that way we should be recording this in 2014.
19.
14 for me.
1900s.
Coming back to that penalty,
Yeah.
see, from that perspective, I get it. Maybe not, but then again, these are 50-50 chances.
Exactly.
Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it goes my way. Like
Yeah.
perspectives we are
Exactly,
talking about,
yeah.
right?
But honestly, what was he seeing when he went for that VR
Money.
check?
I would suggest, okay, so there's also another thing that you have to consider.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just my opinion, by the way. Thing is that PR, English PR is way above than what
That is what I
Netherlands
feel
do.
like.
English journalists.
Yeah.
Second
he would
point.
have hammered. He would have had.
He would have lost his job, to be honest.
Yeah.
He would have not found a home.
Yeah.
Because English journalists would have found some way or the other to like completely finish his career.
Maybe.
There are different things involved in it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There are a lot
It
of
should
things
not
there.
concern football, but in 2024 it does.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
You know?
coming back to that, what about the Spanish journalists? They
I
would
mean,
have eaten him alive.
true.
They're like the biggest criticizers.
Yeah.
I would say.
Spanish and English journalists.
Anyway,
yeah.
since we've
Yeah.
spoken a lot about England's goal,
Yeah.
I want to talk about Netherlands' goal. The
Xavi Simons,
Xavi
what a
Simons
talent,
goal.
huh?
What a talent!
And I don't get it why
Goal.
PSG doesn't want to start him.
I don't know. I don't get why
keep
PSG
telling him to,
exactly
send
Loan
him out to loan,
yeah.
right?
And he's frustrated now.
Yeah, play him.
isn't
He
trying to
deserves it. I mean, PSG right now doesn't have a player of like Xavi Simons.
Yeah.
Right
and,
now.
and they need someone that
Yeah.
with that creative. Spirit.
Imagine if they had Xavi Simons play constantly with Mbappe and all of them. in the previous season. That would have been very lethal.
Yeah.
I would love to see him leave the club, honestly.
Yeah, like if you do not
Join
give him,
City.
So, of course, you would want
City.
that. But the
how
thing
many
is,
more players do you need?
Look, De Bruyne is somehow he has.
Slander from a Man City fan.
and Belgium fan.
No, that's not what I meant. I mean,
You said what you
He's
said.
aging.
You cannot go back right now.
that's what I'm saying.
It's on the internet now.
No, I love De Bruyne. Come on.
Okay, so
Yeah.
with Simmons' future now being up, apparently one of the clubs most interested in him Bayern.
And Leipzig, I guess.
Leipzig want him back, but like between the two, he's
Yeah, Bayern makes
probably
sense.
going to prefer
Choose,
Bayern.
Bayern makes sense.
If he does move to Bayern, you have Harry Kane up front, you have Simmons right behind him. On the left, you have Musiala. And on the right, you have Olise. How do you stop this team?
You can't.
Exactly.
If you need to stop this team, you have to face Real Madrid in the final of UEFA Champions League.
No, there is one more way you can stop this team,
How?
and that is Harry Kane's Tottenham curse.
I agree.
It stopped.
True.
It stopped them once already.
True. Will Harry can finally win a trophy though?
Oh, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
Can Gareth Southgate's masterclass break this curse in Euro?
Oh, I'd completely forgotten about that part, but yeah, I don't want that to happen even more now. It's gonna be fun.
Harry Kane finally gets a trophy. Imagine.
Look, I want him to win.
The
a
end
trophy.
is near then.
I want him to win a trophy. I love Kane, but not this one. So this one is for Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Kane can win many for Bayern.
Yeah.
exactly.
He can.
He will.
If he
He
can,
might.
exactly.
But I have another question for you.
Yeah.
If Xavi joins Simmons,
Yeah.
sorry, joins Bayern Munich,
Yeah.
what about Florian Wirtz?
He's that
Because-
clever.
Yeah.
He is linked.
See, you will find many players linked
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, and at
But-
this point, Leverkusen are not gonna sell him to
Yeah.
any other side in Germany.
And there's another like reliable reports out there
Yeah.
that Barca, Manchester United, and Real Madrid are fighting for Florian Wirtz.
And also
Not
Manchester
this
City.
yeah, Manchester City
are
as
also
well.
in for
Like for not this
You
season.
just wanted to sneak
Yeah.
that in, right, with this conversation.
And Wirtz has been pretty clear about this that he's going to stay at Liverpool
Yeah.
this season. Next season he will be making a move.
Yeah.
And now
He's
if
probably
Real
gonna
Join
yeah,
City.
and wait,
He's gonna follow Alonso too much.
yeah, if Real Madrid gets Alonso,
Yeah.
well, you know what.
Anyway,
will
we'll
happen.
talk
Yeah.
about that
Just-
more
Yeah.
in our future
Yeah.
episodes. Coming back to the Euros
Yeah.
and things at hand, I want to ask one thing about the semi-finals. Which goal do you think is better, Simmons or Yamal?
Yeah, man.
Simmons.
I would go for Simmons. So
That was crazy. Come
that
on.
was crazy.
I understand
It
that.
was a crazy goal.
I
no doubt.
love
We
Lamine
saw it
Yamal's
live.
goal. Exactly.
But yeah, come
Yamal's
on.
goal.
Yamal's
See, I
goal
can say
was-
it.
yeah.
Yamal's goal was artistically
exactly.
pleasing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Simmons' goals was a
was
banger.
pure power.
Exactly.
It,
Yeah.
it was pure
I
power.
completely 100% agree with that.
It was a banger.
Yeah.
And bangers.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Bangers, bro. Not.
I'm more.
Well.
I'm more trying to
Get it, did he?
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay, so England, of course, won by that last minute
Yeah.
goal by Watkins,
Yeah.
assisted by Cole Palmer. Do you think now, like both of these guys made a difference? Fans have been calling for not Watkins as much, but Palmer and people like Gordon to start for England. Do you see any changes being
Not
made to
really.
squad?
I think Southgate likes it. He's using Palmer as a super sub, you know?
Yeah, not Palmer, like anything else, because nobody else has really been showing the intent. Like Foden had probably his best game against Netherlands, but sadly he couldn't get a goal as well. So, do you think any changes on that front? Like Saka, I feel Saka and Bellingham are the only ones who are actually deserving of that place, apart from the defense in the England starting lineup. So, do you think any changes there?
Do I want any changes? Because
Yeah.
Mainu has been pretty good.
Exactly.
Probably one of the best English players.
So I completely forgot about Manu. Yes.
One of
Yeah.
the best English players in the team right
Manu,
now.
Bellingham, and Saka.
Yeah.
They're right now assured of their
You cannot drop Kane. He's the captain. You cannot drop
yeah,
him.
you cannot drop.
But
Kane.
I'm not so sure. Like Kyle Walker, I understand
Yeah.
He had an average tournament, I could say. But then again,
But
is it enough?
He performed very well against Netherlands, though.
Yeah, but has he been consistent enough?
And it's
I
Southgate.
think the thing is, the reason that I agree that Kyle Walker hasn't performed at the level that is expected of him, but the only other option, Trippier, I don't think is
Yeah,
at
I
that
mean-
level of a national team performance, and then the other option comes down at Trent, and I think the reason of Trent not starting ahead of Walker is because of that defensive solidity that
Yeah.
Walker provides. Even
Yeah.
though if he's not going ahead as much, he's not contributing so much in attack, but he's still one of the best one-on-one defenders
Yeah.
that is at Southgate's disposal. So maybe not Walker. The one of the baffling things for me was you've seen how Shaw has played the last two games. He's
Yeah.
played the second 45 in both the games, and there was a lot of hue and cry over Shaw going to the tournament and everything. Honestly, I have not seen anything different with Shaw in the side. Do you think?
Totally, I agree.
Do you think he starts in the final? He scored in the previous final that England played against Italy.
But I think he should over Trippier because I feel Trippier has been good, but then again, defensively, I think they have been little shaky
Yeah.
on the left side, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, Trippier provides you the attacking outlet that Luke Shaw can't.
But you have Lamine Yamal from the right.
Exactly. So against
You need
Lamine Yamal,
pace. You need
Yeah.
pace.
do we put Luke Shaw or Trippier? I would say Luke Shaw because he has that defensive ability, you know.
But Lamine Yamal can outrun Shaw. Shaw has not been that pacey ever since that horrific
Yeah, I mean
injury
he's
he
not
suffered.
Yeah.
pacey,
Yeah.
but then again, it's pretty confusing.
Yeah.
Like there's no proper player in the team that you can say, yeah, he's gonna play. You know, he's the perfect man to match Yamal or something like that because they do not have that option at the left side.
Yeah.
So it's a gamble. I
It's
feel.
a tricky scenario there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give my opinion on
Yeah.
that. Start Trippier.
Okay.
Okay.
I would say
For-
Trippier because he has been there in the team, and he has played most of the matches for England.
Hmm.
And if they're getting the results, why change it?
And do you
I
start?
get
Okay,
it. I do
I
get. I do
agree
get the
with that.
factor
Yeah.
where the pace, agility, and
Yeah.
the acceleration
Yeah.
part comes into play.
Yeah.
But I personally feel Trippier can pull that off.
I agree with the
He can pull
fact.
that
And-
off. And above all, he's a decent defender, I would say.
Yeah, and he
a
also
very decent
provides options for England to use in free kicks, set pieces,
Yeah.
and all of that. You know.
I think the thing I agree with the most over here was the fact that they've been getting results. They've come all the way
Yeah.
to the final.
True.
Why change a winning combination?
So like in
That's the
the
only answer to
Yeah.
this question.
in the defense pairing, it's Konsa and Stones or
It's I'd go with Gay and
Gay
Stones.
and Stones.
Gay has
Okay.
been one of the standout players. Konsa was only included in that one game where Gay was suspended. So I feel he's gonna revert back.
yeah. So to be honest, as we can understand, no changes
Yeah.
at all,
Changes.
right?
Do you see any changes for Spain?
No, not really.
I would say.
Carval comes back in.
Yeah. Of course. That was a forced
I
change
mean,
as well.
Navas is now injured, so I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
assuming he's gonna come back.
Yeah, Carval comes back, so that's a huge plus point for Spain.
Yeah. It's always good to have so many
Yeah.
leaders on the pitch.
Yeah. And
Okay.
rest than that, I'm pretty sure he's gonna start Rodri, Fabian
Yeah.
Ruiz, and Olmo.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
What?
Should he drop the captain?
I was actually thinking
Oh,
Morata.
maybe.
Morata fan is saying that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like that player, but
Yeah.
he hasn't looked.
But his work rate has been good.
But
Yeah,
That
no
that
doubt.
is the only
I
thing.
have no.
And his combination with Nico and
Yeah.
Yamal has been
he-
and above all,
protective.
they don't have a replacement for that.
Yeah, who's
Exactly.
gonna play?
No. Where's Zabal?
Where's the
He's not a
up
proper
front?
striker.
Yeah,
Right.
He's not a proper striker, but he has played as a centre forward for Real Sociedad.
Yeah, he has.
Do you start Oyarzabal out of nowhere in the final? Though?
Yeah, I
No,
think
I
even with,
wouldn't.
even
but I
with-
just needed your opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like
I was like,
maybe like the
Maybe.
I think the only player here who can be dropped is Morata. But the fact that he works well off the ball. He works well with both the.
I think he plays
wingers.
he plays a good part.
And like you know, I
and
feel
he's honestly
Yeah.
taken
When
his
you need
captaincy role very well.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
feel that Nico Williams
One
and
thing I wanna
Yamal,
compliment.
Yamal and Nico Williams require space
Exactly.
to go up front,
Yeah.
and Morata pulls all the defenders
Exactly.
to his side.
Morata
You know?
is very good at
Pulling defenders
and like making those decoy
making those
runs.
spaces.
Yeah.
Exactly right, and I feel that Yamal's goal, that
Yeah.
goal, Morata played a huge part in it
Yeah.
as well. He made that run.
Yeah.
There was no one to cover except Rabiot.
Of course.
So Yamal had a proper opportunity to go at it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you need players like that as well. Yeah,
I agree.
he's probably not scoring, but he's doing a lot of other things on the pitch.
Exactly. Which is, and also coming back to that same fact that you mentioned, don't change a winning combination.
Yeah.
Spain are the only team who have won all of their games.
So the funniest thing is
I'm
that,
gonna ask this question to myself. Do I drop him? No.
and the funniest bit of this match is that England has a team where you cannot drop anyone.
Yeah.
Spain has a team where you cannot drop anyone. So who's gonna flourish?
Spain.
100%. I want Spain to flourish and.
So I guess
they
there
will-
is no point in asking who we predict to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. When it comes to, like, we all want Spain to win, do you actually think Spain will win? When it comes to prediction and not a want.
See, this English team under
Yeah.
Southgate, they have bottled everything so far.
Yeah.
Even though they have raised the finals and the semi-final of FIFA World Cup 2018, they have bottled it.
Yeah, the semis.
They have bottled the
Yeah.
semis, and UEFA Euro 2020 and 2024 now.
Yeah.
2 consecutive finals, they bottled the last
time,
one.
Yeah.
But this one,
Ouch. All the England fans.
and they have this ability to bottle from the most good situations.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
they might bottle it. But then again, this is a story coming to life, right? Germany, Gareth Southgate,
Yeah.
right? So in 1996, Gareth Southgate missed a penalty against Germany in the semi-finals.
Yeah.
And that was the real chance that everyone felt that England will finally win a trophy after so
Exactly,
many
yeah,
years.
yeah.
But it was Southgate's penalty that bottled it, right? So it's funny in that way. But then again, after so many years, on the German soil, he's back
Yeah.
with England as a manager in the final.
Are you predicting a Kabir Khan moment for him? Ravi, Chak England.
Maybe, who knows? So like, if he wins it, it
Yeah.
will be like a Cody Rhodes moment.
Yeah.
He finishes his story, you know.
Exactly. Everything
He
comes
finishes his
full
story.
circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a story in the making.
Yeah. I don't
feel.
want that story to be finished.
It'll be interesting to see what happens, you know.
True. Okay, I like to wrap everything up. I want to talk about quickly. What do you think? Who's gonna win the Golden Boot? Kane or Olmo? They're the only two players who are still in the running with 3 goals. Olmo, like, since both of them are tied, if neither scores, Olmo wins because he has more assists.
Okay.
And of course, if one of them.
And what if no one scores? Not one
Yeah.
of them scores.
They remain tied. Olmo has more assists. Someone who has more assists wins.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about you? I'm gonna wait for your answer.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Kane.
Do you think he scores? In
He's
the
gonna
final?
score, but Spain win it 3-1.
Oof.
Spain win it 3-1.
Oof.
And Olmo is not one of them who scores.
No, almost
Okay.
won't score. It won't be Morata either. Yamal might score again.
Okay.
And since I was spot on with my England versus Netherlands
True.
prediction.
Extremely spot on with the
Yeah.
score.
Thank you,
line.
thank you. Anyways, Yamal scores this one.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be Fabian Ruiz again.
Okay.
It's gonna be the clutch god, Rodri.
I agree.
Clutch God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Rodri does have some bangers.
Yeah. True. I would love a banger in
I
the
too,
final, no?
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially from Rodri and not
Yeah.
from the English side.
Yeah.
You know my answer, don't you?
Jude Bellingham.
Come on.
Okay, on a serious note, I feel Spain wins it.
Yeah. Carvajal scores the winner. Bellingham scores for England. We know the script. Not gonna ask you again.
I feel it will be 2-1 to Spain,
Okay.
but match goes to extra time,
Yeah.
1-1. Kane scores it,
Yeah.
and for Spain it's not Yamal, but I would say Nico Williams.
Okay.
Nico Williams scores it, extra time, out of nowhere. it's Rodri. Fine, I will go with Rodri. Rodri scores it. Fine, I will go with Rodri.
I'll go with a
boy.
slender 1-0 win for Spain. And
Low scoring.
yeah.
Okay.
because-
English
England.
defense, yeah,
England, yeah.
true.
And
I'm taking a huge risk, by the way.
yeah, exactly.
3-1.
It's going to
Yeah.
be a 1-0 win for Spain. The man we've been slandering is going to score for them. Morata to score the winner.
I really
in the
want him
finals.
to. I really want
Exactly.
Oh, damn.
Exactly.
because he missed the penalty against Italy,
yeah.
if you remember.
Yeah, true.
In the last Euros.
Yeah.
And I
So
was-
again, a poetic moment, like you
Poetic
said.
moment.
So Morata to win it for
He scored the
Euros.
goal to take the match to extra time, but
Yeah.
then he missed the penalty.
He's a
Okay,
very-
what if that happens again?
Oh, you jinxed it. Oh,
I don't want it.
come on.
He's like you look at Morata. He's such a sweet, genuine man. He's
Okay.
it.
You're
just
saying that
doesn't-
to a Real Madrid fan, by
Yeah,
the way.
I
Just
know.
letting you know.
I was listening.
He was
yeah.
at my club too. He stank up at my club. But like as an individual, I don't want him to suffer that sort of a heartbreak again.
Yeah, again.
Okay, like final question, player of the tournament, especially to you. Last
Yamal.
time I asked you,
I will
if-
stick to Amal.
what if England wins? Does Rice not take it like you said last time?
Oh god, this is so tough. I cannot. But I'm gonna go for Amal.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Own goals.
Should have been.
But I would still go with William Saliba.
Okay.
Interesting.
Very
He's been a
surprising.
solid defender.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, France got knocked out, but I think he was a pivotal part for this French
True.
side.
But like as much as I want that to happen, I don't see it happening honestly. I would still probably go with Yamal to win the player of the tournament. But if Dani Olmo scores or like makes a tangible effort in the final,
Yeah.
I can see it going to Dani Olmo again. Because if he scores, he has say 4 goals and 2 assists.
Yeah, and he has been scoring in every
Exactly,
match.
and he's been performing in the important games.
Yeah.
He scored and assisted versus Germany. He scored against France. If he does either one of those things against England as well, I think he deserves it too.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Danny Olmo.
Yeah.
William Saliba.
Okay.
Lamine Yamal.
Lamine.
Let's see which one of us turns out to be the correct one here.
I'm probably going to lose
Yeah.
this one, but
You're definitely
yeah, I'm
not.
definitely I'm losing, but yeah.
But
shout out to
shout
him.
out
But the
to-
thing is that,
Yeah.
again, if England wins it, maybe it's not Declan Rice. We know, I'm a Bellingham fan as well, but then again, his PR team is way too good, you know. It's great. His PR team is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm a part of it, but yeah.
I'm glad he admitted.
But yeah. Let's see what happens, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now someone.
Okay.
All I can do is this. At this point, I'm like, come on. Thank you so much for joining us, and I really hope you enjoyed this edition of Football9 Show. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Please do.
I was waiting for that.
Let me finish. Like this video, comment your opinions and your thoughts on this
Episode.
episode.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much. Peace.